class. I'm Lake Nicole, and I'll be discussing children's fashions for the 1920s, 30s, and World War II. First, I'll start off with boys' clothing. The 1920s was a turning point for boys' fashion. Boys' garments consisted of play or sports clothes ranging from basic rompers, sunsuits, to snowsuits. Boys still commonly wore suits. Pants were made up of a wide variety of cord knickers, most common for play in school. Commonly were worn shorts all year round. Now I will be discussing girls' costumes of the 1920s, 30s, and World War II. In the 1920s, young girls' dresses like those of adults were also unfitted. Toddlers wore loose smock-like dresses that often had a yoke at the neck. Many had matching bloomers that could be seen beneath the short skirts. Smocking and embroidery were favorite decorations. Girls wore straight, narrow coats, princess line coats, often. The fact that girls' clothes were becoming more boyish was reflective of the changing status of women. Girls wore the beret, the cloak, soft tams. Girls also began wearing short socks called bobby socksers. In the 1930s and in subsequent decades, children wore jeans as play and everyday clothing. Overalls and pants made of blue denim appeared in the boys section of the Sears Roebuck catalog of 1923. Outdoor garments. Little difference between snowsuits for preschool boys and girls other than color, pink being reserved for girls. Small children wore one-piece snowsuits. Older children wore two-piece jackets and leggings. In the 1930s, water-repellent fabrics were used. In the 1920s and 30s, rubberized cloth or oiled slicker material was used for rainwear. In the 1940s, hooded jackets were popular. By the late 1930s, water-repellent fabrics replaced oiled slicker fabrics. During the war, when rubber was scarce, rainwear was made of synthetic rubber. At this time of the Great Depression, it resulted in more tailored, simple clothing styles. Girls of all ages wore the classic Chanel suit, while boys had a choice of the older style business suit, the Norfolk with knickers, and if were indeed to be dressy, the English Eton suit of short jacket, vest, trousers, and a derby. Material. A revolution in clothing materials was made possible in the late 1930s. The American DuPont Corporation in 1938 invented the first synthetic fiber from petroleum, nylon. Due to World War II, it caused the fabric not to be used extensively for commercial production of clothes. The B.F. Goodrich Company in 1924 registered the name zipper, although it would be a number of years before this closure was used in any apparel other than overshoes. It would eventually be replaced by buttons. Fabrics at this time consisted of natural fibers like linen, cotton, wool, and silk. Fancy fabrics such as rayon, artificial silk became less commonly used even for dress clothes. Sleepwear. From the 1920s on, sleepwear for young children was in the form of pajamas with attached feet, sometimes called sleepers. Older boys wore pajamas almost exclusively. Girls wore either pajamas or nightgowns. Headdress. Women and young girls bobbed their hair, while boys wore long curls passed from the previous fashion scene. The knitting fever of the years carried over into civilian life of the 1920s. But in soft yarns of lovely colors, in sweaters and caps, children's clothes were now designed with knee-length skirts and shorts, both garments growing shorter and shorter. Boys took to wearing flannel, tweed, and serge suits with shirts and scarves, like those of their elders. Topped by the beret and also the peak cloth cap, girls' dresses were of happy fabrics with flowered, striped, and spotted motifs. The 1940s changed America significantly. Due to World War II, a rapid disappearance of knickers by 1945 became a much less important style. Expanded popularity of jeans and t-shirt garments heavily influenced by the war.